Good morning, class. Today we'll be discussing the topic termination of banker-customer relationship, which is a part of banking subject of BCom Sem 3. Now, what is meant by termination of banker-customer relationship? Termination of banker-customer relationship means closure of the customer's account, and henceforth they will not be in a relationship of a banker and a customer, right? So the contractual agreement that took place at the time of opening the account will end, and now banker and customer will not be bound to each other. Now, you can see here, Professor Saurabh Dover has stated in his book on banking law and practice that the relationship between a customer and a banker arise out of a contractual agreement. The agreement is completed when the prospective customer signs the account opening form and the banker accepts the same for opening the account. Right? So this is a procedure how the relationship is created. It is created to the account opening form and acceptance by the bank. Right? So once this is done, their relationship is legally started. Right? Now, obviously, when any of these party would like to end this relationship, they will have to terminate the mutual agreement between them. And this agreement can be made through a notice to the other party. Now we'll discuss what is an undesirable or an unwanted customer, right? A customer may become undesirable for a banker in certain circumstances. So obviously the banker would like to terminate the relationship. So these are the conditions. Firstly, if garnishee order from a court is served frequently on the customer's account. So in this case, obviously the customer is involved in some kind of a practice which is undesirable. That is the reason garnishee order is served again and again by the court. So in this case, banker will not wish to continue relationship with such a customer which may have a who may have a fraudulent intent. Now, if when the holder of the bank's account is declared offender by forged signature on checks and bills of exchange. So here the customer may be a culprit of forging the signatures on checks and bills of exchange, right? So he becomes an offender and banker would not like to continue relationship with him. If the customer does not maintain the minimum required balance as stated by the bank in his account, then also the banker won't like to continue account with him. Now, if the customer does not have a sufficient balance and he issues the check frequently, right? So if the customer without having any balance in the account issues checks and they are bounced, then also he will become undesirable. If he issues a check without seeking overdraft facility on his account. So if it does not have a balance, he is not even taking the overdraft facility and still he issues the check, then also he becomes undesirable. When the customer issues post-dated checks frequently, then also he may become undesirable. Post-dated checks are checks which are signed on a current date, but date mentioned in the check is on a later date. So the payment will not be made today or tomorrow, but it will be made after some period of time. Now, if he is frequently issuing the instructions to the bank to stop the payment, that means he has limited balance or there may be some financial problem. That is why he is issuing a stop payment order to the bank. In this case also, he will become undesirable. Now, what is the procedure to close an account of such a undesirable customer? Okay, so we'll discuss the procedure. Firstly, the bank has to serve a notice to the customer, right? So in this notice, it will be mentioned that the banker wants to terminate the relationship for whatsoever the reason is, right? This notice should reach the customer. Now it is on the customer whether to accept or not to accept the same. If the customer accepts this notice, then the relationship is immediately terminated. But if he does not accept the notice, so after a stipulated time period, banker can himself close the account. But closing the account without information is void. So that okay, so if the customer is not served a notice, then it is not right to close the account, right? So he can sue the bank in this case because he does not even know that the account has been closed, and he may issue checks, right? So it is not allowed to close the account of the customer without informing the customer, right? And if the banker has closed the account without informing the customer and the customer issues a check, now obviously the check will bounce. The payment of check will not be done. So this is a wrongful dishonor, right? So if such loss is faced by the customer, then he can sue the bank. He can ask compensation from the bank, right? So the right procedure to close the account is to serve a proper notice and get a written acceptance from the customer. Right? Now, these are the ways in which the relationship of the banker customer can be terminated or the account can be closed. First, it can be by mutual agreement. Second, it can be by giving notice to the other party. That means the bank can give the notice as well as the customer can also serve the notice to the bank. On death of the customer, on insanity of the customer, on insolvency of the customer, in case of closure of the business of banking by the banker or closure of the business by the customer, by the assignment of the balance in the customer's account to some other account, and by a garnishee order served on the customer's account. Right? Now, termination it is not so that the termination can be done by a banker only. It can be done by a customer also. So in many cases, the customer may not be very satisfied with the services of the bank, right? So he can apply, he can give a notice to the bank or he can give an application, a request to the bank to close his account, right? Now these are the circumstances in which the customer can terminate the relationship. A customer is not satisfied with the new rate of interest, or he may not be able to accept the new service charges claimed by the banker, right? So if the customer is not satisfied that the rate of the interest have increased on loans, or the rate of interest given on the saving account is decreased, or the bank has charged some new service charges which are not acceptable to the customer because he is not willing to take those services. All right. So in this case, the customer may apply to terminate the relationship. Now, if the banker is not allowed to provide desired facility of fund transfer of overdraft to his customer, especially in certain banks which cannot provide high-tech services or electronic fund transfer, then obviously the customer will not be satisfied. Now, if the customer, suppose his residence has changed or his office has changed, or he finds it convenient that banking transactions with some other banker would be easier to him, they are providing additional services. So in this case also, the relationship can be terminated by the customer. Now the customer may want some special services which may be given by the other banks, but this particular bank in which he has an account is not willing to give such services, or this bank is a very small bank and it is not in a position to give those services, then also the customer can initiate the termination, right? So to sum up, if the customer is not satisfied with the services provided by the bank due to any reason, then he can initiate the termination of the relationship. Right? Now, termination by the banker. So a banker can also terminate the relationship. He can close the account of the customer for the same. Right? But it is not very easy for him to terminate. Right? The customer just has to apply for closure of the account and simply the account will be closed. But if the banker is trying to do so, it is a little difficult because he has to follow a procedure, as we discussed earlier also, that he has to send a written notice to the customer. Right? Even after receipt of the notice, the customer does not close the account, then the banker will send a check for the full amount in his account. Now, if the customer does not encash the check, the bank will continue to honor the check till the fund lasts. Right? After that, it will not accept any checks. Right? So, banker is somewhere pressurized to, keep the relationship on till the amount exists, funds exist in the customer's account. Right? He will have to continue the relationship. He will have to honor the checks of the customer. Right? Now, this is a procedure of termination of relationship by giving notice to the party. So, if a customer wants to terminate the banker-customer relationship, he can do so simply by closing the account. The account will be closed by withdrawing all the account amounts in his account, and he has to inform that he is not willing to continue the account further, right? So if the procedure is initiated by the customer, he will have to apply or request for closure of the account, right? Then he can withdraw the entire amount that rests in his account, and he can simply inform the banker that I do not wish to continue, and the relationship will be ended. On the other hand, if the banker wishes to terminate, he needs to give a reasonable time period's notice to the customer, right? So that the customer can make some alternative arrangements, especially in case of a business, he needs to make the arrangement, right? Now, the next point is termination of banker-customer relationship in case of death of the customer, right? So if the customer dies, obviously the contractual relationship that existed between the banker and the customer needs to end. So as soon as the banker receives the information about the death of the customer, his account should be closed and no payment should be made from such a account, right? So jaise hi banker gets the information that the customer has died, he should immediately close the account, right? So there is no notice that needs to be served or no formalities that needs to be done. Now, after the account is closed, no payment should be made. Even the check written before the death of the customer presented after his death should not be honored. So it is a complete closure of the customer's account, right? So once they are presented after the death of the customer, these checks will not be honored. Now, in case of the death of the customer, he must have nominated his some person or his legal heir. They are entitled to get the right of the account, right? So once the legal heir obtains a succession certificate from the competent court, he can instruct the bank what can be done of the amount resting in the bank account. Right? So successor can either withdraw the amount of the account or he can open his own account as per his desire. Right? So the account of the deceased, the account of the dead person, dead customer will not be continued, but his legal heir or his nominee will get the amount. Okay, so he gets the right to either withdraw the amount or open an account in his or her own name. Right? Next is closing the account due to insanity of the customer. Now, as per Professor P.K. Srivastav, the banker should close customer's account as soon as he hears about his insanity. But this can be reopened when the customer is declared normal by a competent authority. Right? So, in case the customer goes insane, the banker receives an information from some medical authority or from the family of the customer that he has gone insane. In this case also, the account needs to be closed. Right? But the banker should see that a proper certificate of insanity has been produced by a competent authority. Right? Otherwise, the bank will not be able to judge whether the customer is insane or not. Right? So even if a check is written before the insanity, it should not be honored after it is received once the customer goes insane. Now, even if the customer is declared insane by an honorable court, in that case also the account should be closed. Next is closing the account due to insolvency of the customer. Insolvency means bankruptcy. That means the customer is short of funds. He does not have any funds to pay off to his creditor. So when the customer is adjudicated as insolvent, the bank can refuse the payment of the check at his right. So as soon as the banker receives the information of insolvency, he will stop the payment of the checks of the customer. Normally, the government appoints a liquidator to manage the assets and property of such an insolvent person. So the bank has to follow the instructions of the liquidator for the operation of such a account, right? So the account will be closed and further the procedure will be done as per the liquidator instructions of the liquidator appointed by the government. Now, if the business is wound up, then also the relationship is terminated, right? So if the customer is into a partnership firm which is dissolved, or the partnership firm, the partnership has ended, or the company in which he is working is liquidated, or if his own business has ended and banker receives information about such dissolution or liquidation, he will have to close the account of such partnership firm or company. Right? So in this case, the account in customer's personal capacity is not closed, but the account of such a business, that is account of the partnership firm or the account of the company, it is closed. Then these accounts can be operated only under the instructions of the official liquidator appointed for the liquidation procedure. Right? So when in this case, if the business ends, if the business of the customer ends, the business account of the customer needs to be closed. It will not affect the account in his personal capacity, right? Now, if the banker terminates its business, right? If the banker terminates his business, if some bank closes its business, then obviously the relationship between the customer and the banker will end. The bank will have to pay the amount that is resting in the account of the customer, right? And this contractual relationship automatically ends with the closure of the business by the banker. Next is termination of relationship due to assignment of balance in the customer's account. So in case the customer has assigned his amount, assigned the credit balance in his account to some other person who may be also termed as assignee, or he may have given a notice that I wish to assign my balance to some other person, then also his accounts need to be closed, right? So now the banker is not allowed to honor the checks received on the balance assigned. Okay. Now suppose a person had 50,000 in his account. He assigns 30,000 to Mr. A, right? So to the extent of this 30,000 rupees, the check cannot be honored. For the remaining 20,000, the bank can honor the checks, right? So up to the balance assigned to Mr. A, the banker will not be able to honor the checks of his customer, right? So if the customer has transferred his balance to some other person, he will become short of that balance. So he will not be able to, sign checks on such a amount. So in case of assignment of balance of the customer's account, also the relationship is terminated. Right? Now, next is termination of banker-customer relationship due to garnishee order on the customer's account. Now, if the court sends an order to the bank to stop the payment of the customer's account, which is also known as a garnishee order, bank must respect the order and it should not honor the check drawn by the customer on such a account. Right? Now, it depends on how much balance the court has attached the funds. If the court has attached the entire balance of the account, the bank will not honor any check. But in case the garnishee order attaches only a part of the balance, the check can be honored for the remaining amount. For example, a customer had a balance of rupees 1 lakh in his account. And the garnishee order attaches only 60,000 rupees. So the customer can sign checks and they can be honored up till rupees 40,000. Right? Now this garnishee order may be temporary. So once the garnishee order is lifted, right, then the relationship of the banker and customer can be continued. Right? So here the relationship ends only up to the amount that has been attached. Once the order is lifted, then the relationship continues. So the relationship is not ended, but it is just suspended till the time the garnishee order has been issued. Okay. So these were the circumstances in which the relationship of the banker and the customer can be terminated. Thank you.